Well, my thoughts, first thought, I guess, would be I thought North Carolina tonight looked like a experienced veteran basketball team. And I think that's what good teams and experienced teams do. I thought right at the end of the first half, we got it down to 6. I think Dennison might have hit a shot. I can't remember exactly, but we get it to 6. And then, I don't know exactly the run, but I know Barry hit a 3, Jackson hit a 3, bang, bang, and they seem to have an answer for everything we did. So, you know, we've struggled at times this year, most of the time, to guard people off the dribble. It's just been a real struggle for our group. Keeping somebody in front of us, I thought that was an issue. I thought our transition defense was better, but then I thought we gave up too many rebounds. You know, I think our bigs, the 4 bigs we had, I think Omir, Malik, Ted, and BJ combined to get 2 defensive rebounds, and I thought, you know, they just rebounded the ball, and I thought that was a big difference in the game too. But you know, we like to beat ourselves up. We certainly did do things well, but that's a good team, and they played really well tonight. They answered everything we did, just like the first half. We get it to 6, they answered, and then you got to give those guys credit. And you know, sometimes you just got to look and say, man, they answered everything and played better, and you got to give those guys credit. So that was the story.
Mark, I know you said yesterday that you don't want to talk about it, but do you feel like you need to make your case to Debbie at this point about your future?
No, and I don't want to talk about that. And again, like I said yesterday, Joe, I respect you guys, and fair question, good question. But I want to talk about the game and those kind of things. That's not something I want to answer. So hope you understand.
In giving Carolina credit for being the veteran and the team that it is, do you feel that your team played as well as they could have against the talent they faced tonight?
No.
In particular, the
No.
you mentioned.
Well, I think at the beginning of the game, if you think about it, even the start of the game, you know, I think we had four wide open threes, great looks, and you know, when you're playing against a team that's you know, like North Carolina, you got to make them. You got to make some of them. You're not going to make every shot. I understand that, but those are the opportunities. And then all of a sudden, you're down 6, down 8. Instead of 2 or 3 of those wide open threes go down, and next thing you know, now it's, you know, a different type game. So, you know, we got to play better, got to make some shots. I thought in the first half we had some great looks, just couldn't seem to make them again. And then we got down, like I said, you know, right before the half, I thought that last couple minutes of the half was in their favor. They just did a great job. They cut it to 6, and bang, next thing you know, they stretched it out to 12 or 14, whatever that was.
You mentioned defensive rebounds from the front court. Is that what led to the lineup change, starting lineup?
Well, you know, honestly, just change sometimes just to see if it'll give us a little spark. And now it's difficult because they're big, and we weren't sure if Hicks would play and how well he would play. He's had the groin injury, and so that kind of makes, you know, that one a little bit tougher. But I thought Torrin had played really well the last couple games, and I thought he deserved to play and start in there. So they had a couple baskets early because we were small, they were big. We were hoping to take advantage of that and really bring Hicks away from the basket and really get some things where we can get Torrin penetrating and get him off the dribble, those type things. But, you know, that was really more of why that decision was made.
Dennis mentioned teams seem to lack a little bit of energy there at the start of the second half. What did you see from your vantage point?
Well, I was hoping we'd have a better start to the second half. Just didn't seem to do that. Not sure why, but you know, again, it's you know, I don't know what the right analogy is. You can put 2 guys out there golfing sometimes, and you know, one guy might be a little better than the other. The other guy can try all he wants. The other guy's probably gonna beat him. I mean, you know, I can go play against Jordan Spieth. I got no chance. You know, and I'm not saying it's that kind of margin, but you got to give those guys credit. They did a good job. They did a great job of answering the things we tried to do, and they played really well. They played really well, and their rebounding was the biggest factor to me, more than anything. Our inability to guard guys off the dribble, that's been a story. How many times have we talked about that this year? I mean, that's just been a struggle. Just one-on-one, I've got to be able to guard you. That's been a struggle for us. And then I thought we had some great shots early in the game, didn't get them, and didn't make them. And I thought, again, that probably affected us a little bit mentally too there.
As far as the rebounding advantage that they had tonight, was that a lack of focus like a Tanika? Was that just them really crashing off the boards extremely?
No, they're pretty good at it. They're pretty good at it.
Anything else for Coach?
I was just going to ask, the defensive stuff that you talk about, I mean, is that something you think your players are capable of and it just hasn't been happening for whatever reason? Or?
Good question. It's a hard one. I mean, it's been one of those that it's really been an issue all year long. It has. And, there's a number of times tonight we just got beat right off the dribble. So that hurts you.
Mark, you told us before, ultimately, it falls on you.
Mm-hmm.
When you have the kind of scenarios that you have with these lopsided losses, how much do you take responsibility for the games getting away from you? And how much of it-
Everything that happens is my responsibility. That's part of the turf as a head coach. Coaches get up sometimes, it's my responsibility. Well, obvious it is. It's obviously. I get it. Just like if you beat Villanova in the NCAA tournament or you go to the Sweet 16, you get a lot of praise a lot of times as a coach. And other times you take the hits. And that's part of what we do. We're caught right now where and I know people are tired of hearing it, but it's the truth. It is the truth. We've got a lot of young players playing in a league that is really, really good this year. Probably the best I've ever seen the league. So, you just get caught in a vulnerable spot where you're relying on a bunch of young guys when you're playing against really good teams every night. I was telling somebody the other day, we're near the bottom, but we're good enough to win at Duke. Boston College has beaten Syracuse by 20, I want to say it was. Georgia Tech beats Carolina 15. And you go right down the line, and those are the teams, if you look down there. I watched Pittsburgh go into North Carolina and go into Duke and really play them toe-to-toe, almost to the wire. And those are the teams that are at the bottom of our league right now. So when it kind of falls the way it does, we've had some guys, enter the draft, and Leonard not playing as a senior. You're a little vulnerable, boy, and you're playing in a league that's just really, really good. And you looked at a team like, you saw a team tonight that's, hey, if they're playing on all cylinders, if North Carolina is really playing well, making shots like tonight, we all know in this room, that's a team we just watched that potentially can make a deep run and go in the Final Four and play. Most of those guys played in the championship game last year, national championship game. So we like to look at ourselves sometimes and say, boy, we're the crappiest thing of all time. Sometimes the other team's pretty good too. And they were really good tonight. Good basketball team. And they had an answer for everything we tried to do. Give those guys credit. Okay?